Hi, a very good afternoon to our panel of speakers and participants. Thank you for joining our China-Malaysia Technology Electrical Vehicle Components Cooperation Seminar. The seminar today will feature 3 of Malaysia's top PLCs within this space. We hope the insights shared today by our Malaysian PLCs will open the door for new opportunities between Malaysia and China, whether through JV partnerships, supply chain integration, and or technology collaborations, as well as promote greater investment flow between the two countries. I'm Stephanie Tan, Head of Institutional Development at Bursa Malaysia, and I will be your host for today. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Azhar Mohammad Zabidi, Director of Securities Market at Bursa Malaysia, to give his opening remarks. Mr. Azhar, please go ahead.
Thank you, Stephanie. My fellow exchange peers, esteemed corporate representatives, honored market intermediaries, distinguished guests, good afternoon and welcome to the Electric Vehicle Component session of the 2021 China-Malaysia Technology Cooperation Seminar. On behalf of Bursa Malaysia and our co-organizers, the Shenzhen Stock Exchange and CLSA, we wish to thank our distinguished corporates for participating in today's event. To our guests, thank you for making the time to be with us today. Building upon the momentum of our previous engagements, we are honored to have showcased 10 of our listed entities on the VNext platform. We hope our continued efforts will enhance the visibility and the profile of Malaysia's public listed corporations to China's institutional investors. Ladies and gentlemen, transportation and more broadly logistics has been heralded as a key enabler of accessibility, trade, and expansion. Throughout history, many monumental developments of humankind have been supported by breakthroughs in transportation. From the discovery of the wheel to the chariots that charted the Silk Road, the ships that sailed our vast oceans, the rockets that breached the boundaries of space, many significant milestones in human history were accomplished alongside innovations in transportation. The electric vehicle or EV agenda attempts to take this one step further by addressing the environmental pitfalls of the past and ensuring a sustainable, efficient, and emission-free future for our planet. A decade of robust growth worldwide saw 10 million electric cars on the world's roads at the end of 2020, and the International Energy Agency, IEA, reported that despite the pandemic-induced global decline in car sales, which dropped 16% year-on-year, electric car registrations increased by 41% in 2020. Moreover, out of the world's top 20 vehicle manufacturers, which represented around 90% of new car registrations in 2020, 18 of these manufacturers have begun to widen their portfolio of models and to rapidly scale up the production of light-duty electric vehicles. This includes the likes of Volvo and Ford, committing to reconfigure their product lines to electric-only vehicles in the years to come. The IEA predicts that EV sales are projected to reach almost 14 million and 25 million vehicles between 2025 and 2030, representing 10% and 16% of global annual vehicle sales, respectively. This is in line with Bloomberg Energy Finance's prediction that 54%, that's more than half of the new cars sold in 2040, will be EVs, which will account for a third of the global car fleet. This momentum observed in the automotive sector has been catalyzed by the commitment and support of governing authorities globally, and Malaysia is no exception, with the launch of the National Automotive Policy in 2020, which outlined our objectives of developing a next-generation vehicle technology ecosystem and the expansion of the mobility as a service or MaaS sector, among others. Under the NAP 2020, Malaysia aims to develop critical components in the production of EVs between 2020 and 2024. These critical components include battery management systems, thermal management systems, battery packs, and capacity. The NAP 2020 also outlines a customized incentive policy. This policy looks at the value of investment, total production, technology transfer, R&D activities, critical component manufacturing, supply chain development, employment opportunities, total exports, and many other areas to determine the level of incentives to be given to automakers. The economic incentives to produce energy-efficient vehicles, or EEVs, under the policy include 100% corporate tax break for 10 years, a maximum of 10% tax break for import duties, a maximum 10% tax break for excise duties. The local production of EEV-related parts enjoys a 50% tax break on excise duties and 100% corporate tax break for 10 years. The related parts segment includes the production of electric motors, hybrid and EV batteries, battery management systems, inverters, air conditioning units, and air compressors, among others. The current policy, along with future revisions, will incentivize and attract further investments into this space, tapping into the strong synergies with our semiconductor manufacturing segment, an integral part of the global supply chain. Many of our esteemed corporates have outlined ambitious plans to tap into the growth of the electric vehicle industry, some of whom are pioneers in their respective niche markets. In this regard, Bursa Malaysia is honored to showcase Great Tech, Pentamaster, and Malaysia Pacific Industries, three of our stalwart corporates in the EV technology space, who will enlighten our esteemed guests today with their respective developments and future plans. We hope the session today will inspire and enlighten the participants on the abundant opportunities available in Malaysia, and the continuity of this initiative will foster deep-rooted ties of collaboration, supply chain cooperation, as well as cross-border investment and information flow. On that note, on behalf of Bursa Malaysia, thank you and have a great session ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Azhar. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Fu Zhongliu, Director of International Department, Shenzhen Stock Exchange, to give his opening remarks. Mr. Fu Zhong, please go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Fu Zhong, I think you're on mute.
Sorry. Okay, thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Mr. Zabidi. Thank you very much for your presentations. My presentation will be in Chinese, so bear with me. 尊敬的马来西亚交易所同仁，中马上市公司代表，市场机构代表，女士们、先生们，大家下午好。非常荣幸作为深交所的代表参加本次会议，共同探讨后疫情时代中国与东盟国家之间的产业合作与发展。一直以来，深交所积极服务中国与东盟经贸投资往来，务实开展与东盟交易所和市场主体的合作，对东盟资本市场合作实现了全覆盖。马来西亚交易所是深交所的老朋友，特别是近年来双方积极开展交流互鉴，探索多方面的务实合作，在跨境资本对接、指数合作等方面取得了积极的成果。去年，深交所 VNEX 平台还启动了境外上市公司的展示专区，已经有马来西亚交易所上市公司在内的25家境外企业上线展示。通过建立
Bursa Malaysia listed companies，
我开展更加深入的跨境资本市场合作。今天，马来西亚上市公司首次远程在华路演，是新时期推进中马资本市场合作的又一次创新举措。深圳市场拥有非常丰富的汽车行业、汽车零部件对接资源，近100家上市公司从事相关业务。我相信参加此次路演的3家马来西亚公司一定能够寻找到更多的在华业务机会。2021年是中国东盟可持续发展的合作之年，也是中国东盟建立对话关系的30周年。新冠疫情爆发，进一步凸显了多边合作的必要性，也凸显了跨国合作与产业链安全的重要性。VNEX 平台成立8年以来，立足服务产业和资本对接的宗旨，不断拓展资源网络渠道，优化服务内容手段，初步建立了境内有影响力的资本服务生态和线上技术系统，也初步建立了覆盖45个国家和地区的跨境服务网络。 在国内经济大循环，在国内和国际经济大循环的背景下，进一步优化 VNext 平台跨境资本合作的深度和广度是我们的工作目标，也将为广大资本市场的主体对接创造更有利的条件和机会。未来我们将不断优化线上加线下对东盟资本市场常态化的交流机制，为马来西亚在内的东盟各市场与中国合作对接创造更优质有效的对接平台服务。期待与马来西亚交易所以及市场各方进一步分享市场建设的发展经验，发挥各自信息渠道、技术等方面的优势，实现互利共赢。我们希望今天参加路演的各方机构能够利用好 VNext 平台开展常态化的交流，也希望各位对我们优化跨境服务献计献策，共商共建共享跨境资本平台服务。预祝本次中马科技合作对接会圆满成功。谢谢大家。Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Fuchong. We now have Mr. Bin Yu, Director of VNext, giving an introduction of the VNext platform, which currently hosts information and details of 10 of our Malaysian PLCs, with more to come. Mr. Bin Yu, you may proceed.
Thank you very much. I'd like to share my screen. I have prepared slides to introduce the VNext. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is
先生们，我是于斌，我是
platform of Shenzhen Stock Exchange. It is my honor to give you a brief introduction of VNext platform, and I would like also to share some general view of the performance of new energy vehicle sector in the China-Asia market. VNext means the venture of the next level of growth. It is a cross-border matchmaking platform which bridges innovation resources with capital and market in China. It is operated by Shenzhen Security Information Company, a wholly owned subsidiary of Shenzhen Stock Exchange. To be more specific, VNext is a digital, inclusive, and knowledge-based pitching platform. It is designed to solve the information asymmetry and inefficiency in venture capital market, as well as the M&A market across borders. Applying the platform economics, we provide customized and wide range of information services for private equity, venture capital, and M&A participants. We apply internet and data technology to better improve the investment and financing efficiency. And we aim to attain and fuel the sustainable business growth of high-tech startups and SMEs, as well as the listed companies. Here we show the framework of VNext. On the left, you can find the sell-side partner, or we can call them the cooperative units of the platform. They are stock exchanges, financial intermediaries, incubators, accelerators, and so on. Majority of the innovative companies on VNext are recommended by these partners. They play a very important role of filtering the company's quality. On the right, there are the buy-side user consisting of different kinds of investors, such as venture capital, private equity, angel investor, and listed company. The major services we provide are shown in the middle. We display the funding needs of startups and SMEs online through our internet products. We host the roadshows or pitching events for sellers and buyers. We organize the training sessions to share know-how and experiences in the capital market. We deliver accurate matchmaking based on big data and personnel profiling. And we also help users to arrange one-on-one meetings to negotiate the investment. But we are not a financial advisor like investment bank or consultant. We invite these professionals to join our community and provide their services to our clients. The internet products are the engine of our scale up. Now we are operating 2 websites, 2 mobile apps in English and Chinese, and 1 WeChat mini program combined media account. We applied frontier technology to improve our products. For example, the big data technology is one of the most powerful technology in this sector. It is a foundation of our personnel profiling, credit enhancement, and development of matchmaking algorithm. Last year, we introduced the blockchain function into our data collecting and disclosing scenarios in order to help enterprises encoding their sensitive data of their performance and disclose there to certified investors. By the end of May this year, there are more than 16,000 enterprises registered on VNext and post their financial needs. Around 1,000 companies are from overseas market. More than 23,000 investors from 8,600 private equity and venture capitals are utilizing VNext network for deal sourcing and exiting. More than 2,500 listed companies in China are included. Every year, we host 300 to 400 roadshows in different countries and cities. Our global network covers 45 countries, including China. According to our statistics, more than 1,800 companies on VNext got fundraised successfully with accumulated amount of 53 billion RMB during the last 6 years. VNext has also been actively cooperating with ASEAN members in recent years. We have 60 high-tech startups and SMEs registered on the platform, and we have hosted 12 pitching events with 17 strategic partners from ASEAN countries. Bursa Malaysia is one of our key partners in ASEAN countries. Bursa Malaysia has recommended 10 listed companies to VNext. 3 of them will present highlights of their business today. You can find more information of them on the exchanges page of VNext website. Today's topic is about new energy vehicle in Malaysia. In order to warm up the next session, I would like to share some data of new energy vehicle sector on VNext, as well as the Asia market in China. VNext platform covers more than 1,300 enterprises related to the new energy vehicle industry chain, including raw materials, core parts, vehicle manufacturing, charging services, and etc. Among which 124 enterprises have achieved successful funding after registration with approximated amount of 3.75 billion RMB. All these companies are not listed companies. They are small and middle-sized companies among the from domestic market and overseas market. In recent years, a large number of leading segments of the new energy vehicle industry have gathered in Shenzhen Stock Exchange, such as BYD in the vehicle field, Contemporary Amperex Technology Corporation Limited, so-called CATL, CATL, in the power battery field, and Innovance in the motor controller field, with a total market value of 100 billion RMB. From the perspective of Asia market, including Shenzhen and Shanghai, we can see that the new energy vehicle industry related indexes performance is superior over the years. From June 2010 to May 2021, the CNI new energy vehicle battery index had the highest total return of 554%, followed by the CNI new energy vehicles index with 295%, both of which are far higher than the CSI 300 index with 108%, which is one major benchmark index of Asia market. To summarize, VNext will continually facilitate the integration of innovation and finance to better support the performance of cross-border innovative capital. You are welcome to visit and register at www.v-next.cn. If you have further thoughts or queries, you can also send us by email. I sincerely wish the event a full success. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Lin Yu. Now, and with great pleasure, we would like to kick off our Malaysia Technology PLC Roadshow. Here, I would like to invite Mr. Paul Yap, Technology Equity Research Analyst from CLSA, to host the sessions. Paul, you may proceed.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. So today we have three companies participating in the panelist session. The first one will be Great Tech. So just the format of today's presentation, it will be a 20 to 25 minutes presentation, followed by a 5 to 10 minute Q&A session on some of the questions we have collected from the participants. The first presenter will be Great Tech. We have Mr. Inky Tan, CEO of Great Tech. Without further ado, over to you, Inky, to start the presentation.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, thank you very much for this opportunity I can present my company to this platform. To not further delay on this, I would like to start with my business philosophy. Okay, I always believe that technology company must understand the dynamic and evolving market and technology.
变化的市场和技术的动态，重要的不仅呢是制造方面的突破，同时呢我们还要选择市场和技术，这也是同等重要的。
I will start with my Great Tech capability. Okay, Great Tech is an automation company. We build production line. We build standalone machine for different industry, especially in the new energy. Okay. So what mean is a production line? You see the picture over here, right? You see the picture over here, you can see the complete production line, what we built for solar industry. Okay. We are the company actually supply quite a lot of equipment for solar industry, especially in the thin film. Okay. In the thin film solar, mainly export to America. And then you can see that that is a production. I do not go through the detail because it's very technical. And this is a line that we supply for solar thin film. Okay. So what means standalone equipment? Standalone, it can be just standalone. Okay. We do some big cell test handler for semiconductor. And also the spare part and service. Spare part and service is I would say that 8% revenue from 7 to 8% revenue from this segment. So mainly we have a three category the important product, which is a production line, standalone machine, and also spare part and service support. So give you some financial highlight about what we do in Q1 2021. We did 95 million, and profit after tax of 46 million. And then cash and cash equivalent like 312 million. This is our revenue by segment. This is that you can see that solar EV is quite big involvement for us. Later part I will explain a little bit more on the EV, especially in the on the battery side. Okay, we do have a lot of customer in the EV. So 47% in solar, 51% in EV, other is 2%. So I founded this Great Tech is 1997, a headquarter in Penang, Malaysia. Today the manpower total is 585 people. And then by end of this year, we estimate easily 800 people. Okay, by end of this year, 50% our employee is an engineer, which is mainly in design engineer, from mechanical design, software design, electrical design, and also vision design. Okay, we do have a global support in which is that sales service support in Malaysia, US, China, and Vietnam. This is a Great Tech core value. You know, I think is very important, especially I running the company. Currently, the manpower is increasing, and there's a globalization. And then I drive the company by this very important core value called start with the integrity, innovation, performance, customer satisfaction, care and respect, and teamwork. We very believe, we value how we treat people, especially in the care respect. We very value our people, and also we value the teamwork. That's why our slogan is always in the presentation. You can see, together we create possibility. Okay, so I just like to emphasize one thing is very important: the way what our business model, especially in the customer satisfaction. We always think that partnership for success is very important. We like to select the customer for long term, okay, for both side win-win. That is our strategy. So a Greatech strategy plan, growing the core product, okay. We want to increase, the market share in solar, EV battery, semiconductor and sensor, and life science, okay. Life science is pretty new division for us. For product, these three major strategy plans start with the core product and also the product and market diversification. We're using 80% our manpower on the growing the core product and 20% on the emerging technology and emerging market. Okay, what means emerging technology and emerging market? Which is that we try to bet 20% in the new technology, especially new technology and new industry. See, one of them, I can say the one quite successful story is in the EV industry, which is that we're doing it many years ago, okay? But today you see happen, the EV is so hot, okay? The last one will be merging and acquisition, okay? Which is that strategy fit. We try to find the strategy fit a company in the EV, in the semiconductor, and also life science to do some of the M&A, okay? Other than to improve our market share or to improve our product in terms of technology. So Greatech success drive, we talk about order book. Currently the visibility is 12 months. We hope that we can improve to 15 months very soon in the next year. And then margin, we are talking about roughly like 30%, okay, 30%, and cash flow positive. So here is very clear to show you that our 4 major products. The first one that you see before in the solar industry. And second one is interesting is the EV battery. Okay, we supply a lot of equipment to the EV in the USA and also the whether in the battery player or whether in the automotive player. Okay, so from on the left hand side you can sell. You can see we do a lot of cell testing, and then you see the motor assembly automation. You can see the module pack, and also module assembly, and also packaging assembly. So currently we have a capability to design the whole entire the battery automation. From the battery automation, we also venture to motor automation. Okay, in the EV car, 2 things is very important. One of them is a motor, and one of them is a battery. So this is a semiconductor that equipment we do. And the last one is we build our own standard platform for the medical device, okay, especially in to assembly that catheter, inhaler, all this kind of industry. We build on the left hand side, you can see we build our module work cell, that the standard platform to supply in the global market. On 2021, we have a new product. We have 2 new product currently is almost complete, and then some are already waiting the customer to testing. Okay, the first one we're talking about that the beta test one is a substrate industry. We built a very special laser to trim the substrate. Okay, I believe it's only the only one Malaysian company do this equipment. We are competing with some major competitor from US and Japan. Okay, and the other one is we're talking about optic. Okay, optic, what we do is currently 90%, and target completion will be hopefully this Q3. The machine is a submicron accuracy machine that we try to supply to autonomous car. That is what we target. Here, this slide, I try to show you guys about technology roadmap. Okay, when we talk about technology, you can see in the 2021 we have a submicron. We have successfully developed submicron placement. We have laser gobble and also subpixels and also active alignment. We will continue to develop deep learning and infrared and also the 3D imaging on the 2022 and 2023. So this is amount that we spend in the R&D. I believe that 2022, we probably will spend like 20 million, okay, 2022. Okay, one of our target, the future Greta, we talk about global footprint. Okay, and you can see that the only stay in the Malaysia market is too small for us. So last year we start this year, right? This year we start the successful 16,000 square feet of facility in Michigan. Okay, currently the activity in Michigan is automotive, but very soon we will put in the life science business. Okay, we already hired a couple of guys and we're targeted this year is like 30 people. I think this US division is come to the right time. Of course, it's a high volume manufacturing still built in Penang, Malaysia. In over the US, is more on the sales service support plus application engineering. Okay, because time to the market and because they're close to the market. And then, but this pandemic happened, I think our right time to set up the US is really bring a lot of benefit for the company. Okay, so that's why the US subsidiary is quite busy right now. So of course, in the life science, we aim to setting up the sales office in Ireland, India, Switzerland. Switzerland currently we have one guy over there, the business development director currently, but we're still looking for to hire the team in Ireland and India for life science business. Our Q3, hopefully we can do the life science and the EV battery this year in Germany. Yeah, that is one of our growth, okay? That is a location that we are targeting for our business right now. So this show you that our new investment is total 77 million in the Batu Kawan, which is we call Batu Kawan 2. We built out another 230,000 square feet factory. The factory will be complete currently it's delayed 2 weeks. I will say early of September. Early September should be our target for Batu Kawan 2. And total is 230,000 square feet. So we do have about called the Global Talent Initiative, which is that we have called Young Engineering Program. We train a lot of our young engineering. In 2019, we successfully trained 35 people. And 2020 is 45, and 2021 we hire another 120 people. We hopefully they can contribute to us in the next year, okay? And then that is the reason early stage I show everybody that our staff is mainly the engineer, and then we try to increase the number employed to 800 end of this year. And also we have continue also looking for international talent to help us also in terms of marketing, in terms of technology, in terms of service support. We also started with a successful plan, based on the 4 criteria: integrity, in education, leadership, and knowledge and experience. This is mainly built in-house for our team. Okay, we want our team that every department, everybody is get ready on the successful plan. Okay, including myself. Okay, hopefully that will drive the company to next another 30 years, another 50 years. So I tell you the position that Greatech compared to our major competitor right now over here. Greatech is we did I convert to a US dollar. Okay, I convert it easy for everybody to understand. 2020 we did 65 million. Okay, and then compared to our competitor in Europe, they are 200 million. They have a 350 million, and the largest in US is 1.4 billion, and also 600 million. Okay, so so you can see on this picture, you can see that it's a big room for us to grow. It's really a big room for us to grow. You look at our major competitor right now, okay, 450 people employee, our major competitor, and also their revenue is 1.4 billion, and their footprint is 2 million square feet. We are currently only 600,000 square feet. We still a long way to go, but we believe that with my team commitment, sometimes we can do much better in next few years. So I would say that 2023, it's maybe the best year for GreatTech. Okay, currently we're working hard right now, especially in the 2021 number and 2022. We continue to develop a lot of new product, especially in the EV side. Okay, especially in the EV side, and develop more on the customer. I will show you a couple of slides later on that. Okay, so I believe that solar, EV, and semiconductor and life science is a key driver for us to hit our goal at the best year for GreatTech 2023. So COVID, so far, we control still okay. We control still okay. Everything is normal. As you know, Malaysia is a lockdown right now. We have a 60% of worker right now. We try to put all the service support and main and also engineer work from home, lab production to run over here. But we have less impact on that is because we have a different location, different factory. We have one factory in Batu Kawan, we have 3 factory in Penang, we have 5 factory different in Kulim. They're different locations, so spread out, the risk is low, okay? So new update, the order book on the Q1 order book is still got a 293 million, mainly for EV. You can see over here, EV is 73, solar 25, and other 2%. So I'll give you a little bit business highlight. Okay, still got 5 minutes. Okay, so give you a little bit business highlight. You can see the solar, we have a currently 1 customer. We do not intend to bring out more solar customer right now. And then lifestyle, we got 1. We try to bring in the 3, another 3. Semiconductor 2, we bring in another 2. Target and this year. And EV currently we have 4 customers. And we are confident to bring in another 4 customers very soon. Okay, so we are currently talking to different people, different customers. Seems like the progress in the EV is very good. Yeah, I think that's all. I still I still got 4 minutes to go. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, EK. So I have 3 questions over here that's been sent over by the participants. The first one is, how has COVID-19 impacted your business and also the measures you've taken to adapt to it?
Yeah, basically just now I explained to you, right? The COVID impact is just very little from our side, and then currently we handle is quite good. Especially we have a different location, different factory. We separate out the risk, okay, and then we just only let the operation side with the production working in the factory, let the engineer work at home. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the next question?
Yep. The second question is, how many employees do you have in China? How big is your China business? And also, I suppose your ambitions over there.
Okay, currently we have a few people employee in the service support in China. Our business in China is very slow. We are major focused on the US market, and coming out this year when we establish the business in Germany, that is Europe. Okay, hopefully can successful. And after that we are. Next year, we try to look at the China market, okay, next year. We try to find a good partner in China, so you can work together on that, okay? Currently, truly to say that our resources is limited right now. We come to expand our business to China this year. Thank you.
Okay, and the last one is whether your material prices have increased or decreased, and also what's your corresponding strategies to tackle that?
Okay, I think some of the components is increase, the price increase. We try to negotiate with the customer, okay, 50-50. In the increased price, we split to half, okay. So far, it's managed is quite good on this, yeah. But you can see that the lead time, the delivery time on the component is getting longer, Paul. So which is the last time we buy like 6 weeks. Currently, we might be need 10 weeks or 12 weeks.
Okay, thank you very much, EK, for the presentation. I guess we can move on to the next panelist right now. Okay, the next panelist will be Pentamaster. So on the line with us today, we have Mr. Ling Ken Yong, Non-Executive Director of Pentamaster. So Yang, over to you for the presentation.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, thank you, CRSA and Bursa Malaysia for organizing this session on the EV batteries forum. Let me just open the slide and share the slide with everyone. Just bear with me. Okay. I hope that everyone have a clear view of the presentation slide. Now, a little bit of Penta-Master. This year marked the 30th anniversary of the group, having established in the mid-90s by our chairman, Mr. Chua, who he apologized on behalf that he couldn't attend the session today due to some internal meetings and discussion that we have today. So Penta-Master, we are a company that specializes in automated test equipment and also on factory automation solution. We are one of the leaders in terms of the ATE market in Malaysia, as well as in the Asia-Pac region. And we are kind of proud to say that we have been named by Forbes in 4 years consecutively in 2017, 18, 19, and 2020 as the best under $1 billion list of companies that are publicly listed in Asia-Pac. And in addition to that, we have other accolades that we have also obtained locally in Malaysia. Now, what is Penta-Master, what we are proud of, and what is our unique selling point is that we have the ability to innovate and deliver high-value added integrated product and solution for our customers. What we actually do is that we actually customize our test equipment for our customers, and rather than coming up with standard equipment. So you may say that we are part of the whole supply chain where we work very closely with our customers to develop customized solution for their products and modules.
这个产品的需求，我们总部在槟城，目前我们有600多个员工。我们的员工工程已经占了80%的人力，大部分都是工程和员工，这研发的人员，所以我们有很强的这个研发的这个焦点。在我们历史当中呢，我们已经完成了6000多个项目遍布全球。主要的市场，我们主要市场呢就包括了几个半导体啊，光电啊、汽车啊和医疗。这里大家可以看到，这里有那些主要的一些能力。这里是包括了一些从这一个机械设计、智能自动化编程、视觉 AOI、成像光子测试。
Module, assembly and process solution, as well as automated vision inspection solution. Now, just to give a little bit of our corporate structure, Penta-Master is a group that has 2 listed entities. One, our parent, are listed in Bursa, Malaysia. And we have another listed entity which we spin off in 2018 in Hong Kong, which is a Penta-Master International Limited, 1665 HK. And 1665 HK is the listed entity that holds all the operations that I'm going to take you through briefly, in this afternoon. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 subsidiaries, which then we have also down in the third line. We have other subsidiaries that we have formed, and in fact, just last month we have formed a new company called Penta-Master Technology Jiangsu. Which is a wholly foreign-owned entity in Jiangsu, Suzhou area. Now, our business basically mainly covers 2 divisions. One is the automated test equipment, where we have done MEMS and smart sensor tests, 3D sensor tests, optophotonic tests, intelligent sortation system, LED burn-in, wafer probe and wafer burn-in. These are some of the examples of the test equipment, which on a subsequent slide, you will see some of the pictures. And the other division that we have is a factory automation solution. Well, basically, these are your industry 4.0 kind of automation solution where, we are automating some of the processes that are very labor intensive to become fully automated or more robotic. And the last division, which we just formed in 2019, it's our medical devices division. Well, in our medical devices division, basically what we are doing is that not only we are manufacturing equipment to produce IVCs or intravenous catheters, but we are also moving up the value chain to come up with some of the medical devices that include dual safety pen needle as well as IVCs. Now, as you can see, these are some of the equipments that we have produced, some of the solutions that we have offered. Now, this includes DOE and micro lens array tester, your time of flight, 3D sensor tester, optical VCSEL wafer test handler, and a structure light. And specifically for this conference and seminar forum, we have also done the power module handler for the EV market. And this includes at the front end side as well as the back end side. Under our FAS, Factory Automation Solution, as you can see, we have our own proprietary iArm solution where we could actually, on a turnkey basis, design, manufacture, assemble, and even commission and install a whole complete line of automation solution for our customers. To the extent that we even have our own AGV vehicle that we produce. Now, in a nutshell, what is a PentaMaster core competencies? We are very much an advanced automation company, having established ourselves 30 years ago, and also, one of the so-called pioneers in coming up with customized solutions that involve in the optoelectrical parts. Now, we have also, very innovative experience in developing some of the high-tech stuff for our customers in the space of semiconductor, optoelectrical, automotive, as well as medical. Now, where is PentaMaster located? We are also located in Penang with 2 plants. Our headquarters is actually located in Bayan Lepas, Penang, Malaysia. And if the participants are aware of Penang, we at one point, Penang is also known as the Silicon Valley of the East, where we have a very good, robust system, ecosystem, in Penang for the tech market. Now, we have a second plant in Batu Kawan. It's also in Penang with the rep office down in Singapore, Sunnyvale, California, and also in Suzhou. Now, like I mentioned earlier in my earlier presentation, just last month, we have established a wholly foreign-owned entity in Suzhou, Jiangsu province, with the intention of creating a satellite manufacturing site in the Greater China region. So as we acknowledge the fact that, with this whole COVID pandemic situation, one of the business strategies that the group is employing, it's also beside, diversifying the segment that we cover, we also have to ensure that we have a good geographical spread. Now, specifically for this year, some of the capex investment projects that we are in, we have allocated approximately 60 million for our medical division expansion between FY 2021 all the way to 2023. We have also allocated 25 million ringgit, for plant expansion, mainly for production space in our Penang plant, as well as in our plant in Suzhou. And the last point was mainly just a corporate exercises that we are embarking on in our Hong Kong list. Now, to share with some of the participants, since we are talking about EV, as you know, 2021, it's a huge capex cycle in EV, particularly in China, involving IGBTs. We have seen news flashing, talking about great companies from China like CRCC, like BYD Electric, Sun King Power, Star Power. Everyone is talking about IGBT capex spending this year, 2021. And PentaMaster is proud to say that we have a whole complete turnkey solution in this space, ranging from assembly that includes laser marking, singulation TVC, pin insertion, epoxy dispensing, all the way to testing, as well as final AOI and packaging. Now, in addition to IGBTs, our solutions that we have, for the EV market include, we have this AC/DC power inverter testing. We have also solution that covers capacitor, our MLCC, and also, antenna coil, particularly for all these EV cars. And on IGBT solution, our solution and testing as well as assembling, we cover IGBT that ranges from 600 watts and above
以上都支持 IGBT 的各种功率半导体。我们有很好的 IGBT 的解决方案，从汽车一直到高速这一个火车、高速列车的这种功率电子。再讲一下我们的新业务，在医疗领域的新业务 ，Panda-Master 呢，我们是专门做这种汽车这种机械的这个生产，包括机械的一种这种设计和制造，主要是针对各种的静脉的导管。那我们有这样的一些技术，有这种能力，包括我们很多的顾客很多都在中国，所以同时呢，我们也有很多创新，开发了我们自己专有的医疗器械。包括这种双重安全的一个针头和安全性的 IVC， 这是今年到2023年，我们都会开发各种的这种医疗器械，是让我们这个医疗器械这个部门呢不断的发展。介绍一下财务的状况。这一页呢，介绍我们财务的一些状况，可以看到 Panda-Master 我们还是有一个非常多元化的一个收入来源的。虽然大部分来自这种电子光电的一些业务，包括3D 的传感器等等，但我们汽车部门也给我们贡献了很不错的一个贡献啊。所以除了光电，就到汽车。那这里我们刚刚讲到了很多这种项目，包括 IGBT。电池组等等，这种解决方案的话呢，也都是给我们顾客服务于他们的电动汽车领域的。然后呢，还有除了电动汽车，还有这一个半导体和消费电子品等等。好，我就讲到这里。如果大家有更多的信息的话呢，请大家跟我们联系，也可以找里昂证券。我们可以讲中文，可以讲英文，所以呢，我们联系起来没有问题。所以
wish to have one copy. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, thank you, Yang. We will now move on to the Q&A session. So we have also 3 questions over here. First one is your expectations over the next 5 years for your EV business.
Well, as you can see from the earlier slide, our EV business has been growing. Our automotive segment have been growing quite nicely, and specifically, that covers areas in the EV segment. Now, started in just 2 to 3 years ago, the automotive segment has contributed quite a significant portion to the group's revenue. And this is one growth area that the group is targeting. And that is also a reason why, we are establishing our presence in the Greater China region. Because we can see that, a super capex cycle is occurring in China that covers this EV segment. And as you know, major economies around the world, from Europe to all the way to Asia Pac, everyone have signed the Paris Accord protocol. And by 2030, it's, everyone have to have a zero carbon emission in terms of vehicles on the road. So yeah, it's a huge growth segment that we are putting a lot of effort in, besides on the medical side.
Okay, the second question is on whether you have any existing cooperation with China and also what you are seeking for from China.
No, again, back to the question of 2021 onwards, and China, as well as the Greater China region, is a very important market. And with the tension from this previous administration, of this trade war, bipolarization of this whole tech war, it's real. And that is why you can see that a lot of companies are starting to position themselves, locally in order to, ensure sustainable growth going forward. So, yes, we do have a lot of customers in China, and some of these customers, as well as some of the state-owned enterprise and companies, do have some plans with the group, which at this moment is too premature for us to discuss in this forum.
Okay, and the last one is more on a broader question about the group's strategy for the next 5 to 10 years.
Now, the group strategy mainly involved three areas. Number one, geographical diversification. As you know, since our establishment in the US, we have also moved to establish a roofing in China. And there are plans to also anchor some of the technical sales office, globally, noting the fact that this whole pandemic situation, as well as the whole tech war that we have seen, from the trade war that we have seen last year, have already made the group to realize that geographical diversification, that's one of the areas that we need to really focus on. Second, it's also on segmental diversification. At one point, Panda Master have been focused very much into the smartphone and its ancillary sub-segment. And we acknowledge the fact that we can't be too dependent on one segment. That is why the EV market, the automotive market, as well as the medical market is one of those segments that we need to diversify. And lastly, it's to have a more deep dive kind of approach in the segments we operate. A classic example would be our automotive segment. Started as an MLCC test handler. Now we have the capability to even do a whole complete line of IGBT solution assembly and testing. And also, to the fact that we can also even do battery module pack testing and all the way to even antenna coil testing and handling. So, three broad diversification strategies that the group is going to employ in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay, thank you very much, Yang, for that insightful presentation. And we will now then move on to the last panelist, which is Malaysian Pacific Industries, the only outsourced semiconductor assembly and test company, or OSAT, with zero debt. And on the line with us today, we have Mr. Manuel Zaragoza, the Group Managing Director of MPI. Over to you, Manuel, for the presentation.
Thank you. First of all, thank you to you all for inviting us to this webinar. And second thing, I'm very happy and proud to be selected Malaysia Pacific Industries with amazing other two suppliers. Actually, Great Tech, that is an amazing company, and Pentamaster, that we are also customers from them. So amazing, great two companies. Okay, about Malaysia Pacific Industries, MPI, Roy, you can go further. Malaysia Pacific Industries is a part of the Hong Leong group. It's not moving, sorry. Not moving, the slide.
Is it moving now, Manu?
Not moving.
Just a second, I'll share it again.
Oh, now moving. Thank you. So Malaysia Pacific Industries is part of the Hong Leong Group. It's one of the largest conglomerates in Asia. They are doing different things, and we are in the manufacturing and distribution services. So Malaysia Pacific Industries inside is 97% is Karsem, is an OSA company, and 3% is Dynakraft. This is a lead frame. Actually, we also buy lead frames, and that's in Penang. Below you see our numbers very fast. We are the only one OSAT in the world that EDR, equity debt ratio, is 100 to 0. And we accumulate, or if we invest huge amount in CapEx, we have cash, net cash, 927 million. And yes, we are growing very, very fast because two things, and I will show you later. One is automotive, the other one is 5G, and actually the third one is everything what is on servers. Next one. So Malaysia Pacific Industries has 4 sites. One is Dynakraft in Penang, near the airport. Then we have 2 sites in Malaysia. One is in M site, we call it M site, that's near the airport. One is in S site. And then we have one factory in Suzhou, China. We started this in 2004. And then we have different offices around the world, mostly sales offices and customer service offices. Now, our vision 4.5 years ago, when I joined, I come from the automotive. I wanted to be the global preferred OSA partner for automotive, and Malaysia Pacific Industries, we changed the whole strategy, was very embedded with mobile business. We want to change this, the mobile business, and we want to go to automotive. Why? First thing, better margins. Second thing, you really need to have amazing quality technology. And third thing, it's very difficult there to compete. And what we were focusing is all in electrical cars, because an electrical car in an average needs around 700 chips. And that's why it's our now amazing growth the last 2 years, despite COVID and all the trade wars and so on. Now, we have a wide portfolio. We changed also the strategy. We go to more complex packages, difficult packages, where competitors have difficulty to enter. We are very strong in 4 segments there. One is MEMS and sensors that you can see there. Another one is everything what is copper clip, that is for the power packages. We are very strong in test for 5G. And then we are very strong in radio frequency. In the power packages, we are the only OSAT in the world that today can package silicon carbide. That is really great in electrical cars. And such as said, our applications behind there are the automotive. We are very strong there, industrial, consumer communications, and PC notebooks. Next one. Now, we follow all the ESGs, and we take really care, because our customers are worldwide and big flyers. So sustainability is a very important thing. But not only this, next slide, please. We have the community, and we also got the anti-bribery management system. Actually, I think one of the first ones in semiconductor in Malaysia. So we really try to have all the certificates, first thing for automotive. So we have all the certificates. But second thing, we also take care that we have all the certificates, that everyone knows that working in Malaysia Pacific Industries is that we are a fair employee. We take care about our people, but there is also very strict rules when you work with us. Now, capability, definitely we have great technology, amazing quality, amazing people. Without people, you cannot have great technology and quality. And yes, our strategy is not growth, it's profitable growth. So every business that we do, we try always to be profitable and not taking business only for growing. Now, you can see last year, our financial year starts always in July. And last year, you know that in February, it started in China. So I actually was in China for Chinese New Year. And then I saw what it is coming. So immediately in February, end of February, we started here the SOPs. And still last year, we could grow against the year before, and we were profitable. So we had a nice growth. Still, you know, there was also the whole trade war and so on. And you can see that every quarter, despite we have a lockdown, we have more COVID cases, such the CEO of Greatex said, we are in lockdown. Yes, we can only work with 60%. Yes, it is not easy, but we are growing quarter per quarter. And you also can see we grow quarter per quarter our profit. So it's not only growth, it's profitable growth. Our pipeline is intact, growing all the time, mostly in electrical cars, in silicon carbide, in servers, and in 5G. I told you about silicon carbide. We are the only one today that is packaging this. And we have a lot of lights off in the company. So when I started, we had around 13,500 people. Today, we are around 7,500 people, but we do near 80% more packages. So it's all about automation, where Greatex and actually Pentamaster are great. So that's the right way. And we are really trying to go to 4.0 if it is a big goal, but doing the right things there. And we have a really strong cash position, and we are growing on revenue. You can see our Q3 revenue grew 43%. Q3 is always the lowest because it's after Christmas and Chinese New Year, but we still were growing, and yeah, our pipeline is full. Next one. Now, having said this, it's nice to say all the things, but finally numbers are important. You can see, and this you can go 4 years back, we are always the most profitable OSAT in the world. So these are big players. Some are very big. Some are 8-9 billion with $6-7 billion debt. We have zero debt. I will repeat that our EDR is 100 to 0. We invest huge amount of cash every quarter for expansion, and still in good times and bad times,
不管是在好的时期还是糟糕的时期，我们的利润呢都还是非常可观的。同时，我们的战略呢也是非常不同的。我们是只会进军于那些技术壁垒呢比较高的那些领域，同时呢要致力于实现呢有盈利的增长。好，这个幻灯片又不动了。好。那我们的一个呢战略市场呢，就是呢汽车领域。那在汽车里面可以看到很多的感应器，那这些感应器呢都是来自于我们的这个感应器，这些就是我们给汽车提供的感应器了。如果你是开德国车，或者是美国车，或者呢是电动车，还有呢韩国车，还有日本车，还有2个呢中国的厂商。那这些汽车厂商呢，都是在用我们的传感器，同时我们也做很多的电池还有电源方面的产品，还有像这个网联化方面的能力。所以汽车行业对于我们来说呢，是非常利润可观的一个行业，因为这里面有很多的芯片都是可以由我们来提供的。同时还有呢29%的收入是来自于服务。那在去年呢，这个领域呢是增长非常的强劲。那因为呢，很多人呢都是在家工作，然后小孩子呢也是在家上学，所以这些都是需要呢通信方面的服务。那每个季度呢，我们的这个服务的收入都在翻倍，所以这个市场呢仍然在不断的增长。那我们呢有非常好的封装的效率。然后也促进了这个领域的增长。当然了，我们还有呢移动。那目前呢，移动不是我们的一个主要聚焦点，还有其他的一些厂家在做。说到移动业务的话，每6个月你就要更换一次设计，而且竞争也非常激烈。但是呢，它的量是非常大的，所以呢，这个领域我们还是不会放弃的。我们看到呢，在未来汽车呢将会呢超越移动这个市场，因为在汽车在未来会有更多的芯片的需求。那为什么我们在每个业务领域都能够实现盈利和增长呢？为什么我的人员这么少，但是还在不断的盈利？这个成本也在不断的下降。那其实呢，没有什么秘诀。那首先呢，我们的员工都非常的出色。第2个就是我们有非常强劲的技术。那第3个就是我们的自动化的能力。那自动化是非常非常重要的，特别是在工厂里面。有很多的一些公司呢，他们并不了解自动化的重要性，或者是呢，他们呢不想投资。如果你有合适的自动化的能力，那你在生产方面会更加高效，你的质量会更好。还有呢，你的回报率，你的 ROE 也会呢更好。所以我们目前呢，也是获得了很多的认可，特别是来自于中国的客户。我们在中国的这个工厂，在苏州的这个工厂是建立于2004年。那目前呢，我们在做扩建。那我们希望呢，这个工厂在未来可以更上一层楼。在明年年底呢，我们也会呢有一块新的场地，因为我们在不断的增长，在中国也有很多的中国的客户。之前呢，我们有中国客户，还有美国，还有欧洲的客户。但是目前其实我们 主要的客户都是来自于中国，70%的客户都是来自于中国，而且他们相比于欧洲客户来讲呢，增长是更快的。那因为呢，在价格方面，我们呢并不是最便宜的，但是我们有非常好的技术、非常过硬的质量、非常好的服务，同时呢，还有呢非常先进的一个封装的技术。说到人才，我们也是获得了很多人员方面的奖项。那现在你要雇佣优秀的人才还是不容易的，比如说呢，疫情啊，还有贸易战的影响啊。还有呢，行动限制令的影响，还有呢，原材料的成本的增长。但是呢，人才仍然是非常重要的。我们要雇佣最合适的人才还是不容易的。我们也是尽了自己最大的努力去雇佣了最优秀的人才，有51%的我们的女性员工。另外呢，还有呢42%的这个女性员工呢，都是在管理职位。那我们不是说呢要让女性比男性就一定要更优秀？我们是希望呢让女性跟男性一样呢都能够获得晋升的机会，不管你是男性还是女性，只要你能够胜任这个工作，你就能够晋升。同时呢，我们的员工的服务年限呢是15年。那我们在过去3年呢，我们在不断的促使我们公司继续增长。那在半导体领域呢，你要存活下来是不容易的。所以呢，你看我们的员工他的服务年限已经平均达到了15年，所以他们的敬业度还是非常高的。同时，我们也是赢得了很多的一些奖项。因为我们在人力资源方面做了很多的工作，所以才获得了这些奖项。那这是一个非常重要的幻灯片。这里大家可以看到我们现在正在做的一些投资。那我们是有很多的现金，同时也投资了很多的项目。那我们是投资于现有的一些业务，并没有投资于呢还未进军的那些。
Not give you the quarter 4 number, but I can tell you it's a huge number. We are investing, and main thing is 5G, silicon carbide, and MEMS sensor. We are installing all the time new machines. Machines are coming in immediately; they are filled. We are hiring more people, such as Socrates and Pentamaster is doing, and that's not easy. People will be a big problem for every one of us, because to get good people is very difficult, and to get engineers is more difficult. We invest huge amount of money in research and development, mostly on these 3 things, on 5G, silicon carbide, and MEMS.
还有传感器，还有呢碳化硅等等。同时，我们还会继续扩大我们苏州的厂房。那我们在扩展厂房之后呢，也会有新的一个设备。另外，在怡保呢，我们在 AM 工厂附近呢，还会投资新建新的厂房。同时，我们也会继续我们的工业4.0，通过自动化来完成。通过自动化，我们就必须要有相关的人才，所以我们也是在给我们所有的这些人才呢，进行一个技能方面的培训。那现在呢，我们也在寻找呢更多的一些客户。那现在有很多的中国的客户都来找我们，因为呢，我们呢是唯一一个可以做这个碳化硅的这个封装的公司。还有在汽车领域呢，很多的客户也都来找我们，来看看呢他们是否能跟我们进行合作。这就意味着我们的技术确实得到了大家的认可，人们呢是知道我们的技术，然后呢，大家都非常认可我们的技术。好，这个是我之前已经讲过的，我们在中国会进行一个苏州厂房的一个扩建，那会用于呢前端。那我希望呢，在未来2到3个月呢，我们可以呢把更多的工作完成。那在右边呢，是我们在马来西亚的这个怡保的新的厂房、新的大楼。我们呢，在未来呢，我们所寻找的技术就是模组，还有呢系统封装，还有3D 打印，还有这个设计公司。特别是在碳化硅方面。 那最后再来给大家讲一下我们的财务数据。我们是在大马证券交易所上市，所以我们的数据是非常透明的，没有任何的秘密。那我们的第3季度的收入呢是非常的可观，大家看一下我们的增长的话，增长也是非常的强劲。那在 OSAT 这个市场竞争非常的激烈，但是呢，我们一直都是超越了其他的竞争者。还有在资本开支方面，我们的投资也非常的可观。还有在净现金方面，我们的净现金呢也是非常的强劲。所以我们整个的资产负债表的话是非常健康的，没有任何的债务。但是呢，如果我们要继续增长的话，可能在未来还是会有债务的。但是我们有足够的现金是可以支撑的。那我要介绍的就这么多。那希望呢，我的介绍大家都听清楚了。如果有任何问题的话，我很乐意给大家解答。非常感谢 Manuel 的介绍。那有呢3个问题。第一个问题就是呢，你的产品的竞争。
Yeah, so first thing is, I think we invested a lot in advanced packages. So we have a lot of advanced packages in the power packages, in the sensor, and in the 5G, where other ones are still being behind or have not invested so much such we. Another advantage definitely is the automation. The automation, what we have done, we have example as only one in OSAT. I'm not speaking in a front end. We have a lights off 24 hours robot line in sensor in IPO. That helps us a lot, and we are investing huge amount in robotization and automation. That is another one. And the third thing is we focused really on automotive. So you put everything in automotive. Sometimes you need to be bold enough and say, okay, that is where we want to be. And automotive is a very difficult to enter. First thing, all the requirements, all the audits, all the certifications, and then your quality must be top notch. And we went there in, and now we are getting the fruits. That I think is our competitive advantage. And definitely people. Without people, you cannot do anything. So people
没有
is
人才的话，你是无法做成任何事情的。所以人才也是我们一个很大的竞争优势，也是很重要的一个资源。第二个问题就是关于
Oh, China market for us is very, very important. It's actually
市场，而且中国市场呢也在疯狂的增长。很明确的就是明年在苏州工厂呢，我们会有呢这个第2层的这个厂房，然后第2层厂房建立好之后，我们就要有一个新的工厂了。当我去市场，当我进军先进封装的时候呢，人们都会说中国市场并不是一个合适的市场，但是呢，我还是执意的要进军中国市场。后来发现我的决定是正确的。那我觉得中国的顾客他能够欣赏我们的质量和技术，他也愿意为我们的技术买单，特别是在先进封装方面。所以对我们来说，中国是一个非常好的市场。而且我在中国呢也工作了很长一段时间。大家可以看到呢，人们对于这个技术的接受度，在5G 啊，在自动驾驶啊，还有在电动车方面，中国都有很多的进展。那在中国，它的执行力在这方面也是非常强的，所以在未来中国市场我们也会进一步的增长。
最后就是个政策问题啊，如果有希望到马来西亚，有没有哪些政府支持政策？有哪些马来西亚的优惠政策呢？对，我不是马来西亚人呢，我是西班牙、瑞士人，但我得说，马来西亚确实有很多的计划。我也不是来自 MITI 其实是最好的一个组织了。我在很多国家都工作过。我还记得，当我第一次到西门子的时候，到了槟城啊，当时我是在几十年前了。马来西亚我就觉得是个好的国家，因为政府呢，它有很多制度能够帮助你、支持你，而且我觉得 MITI 真的有很好的一些人，包括 MIDA 也是一样，他们都会支持这些 有好的想法、有好的主意的一些人在马来西亚来进行业务创业。
Thank you very much, Manuel, for that.
好的，谢谢 Manuel，谢谢你的这个介绍。那我们3个上市公司的一个这个讲
Stephanie.
Hi, thank you, Paul, and thank you to Great Tech, Pentamaster, and MPI. I think it was a really insightful presentation. So I think with that, this concludes our seminar for today. On behalf of Bursa Malaysia, I would like to thank our partners, the Shenzhen Stock Exchange and CLSA, our panel of speakers, as well as participants dialing into the event today. We hope that this session has been informative and will open the door for new opportunities between Malaysia and China. We will be distributing the slides and videos today to all participants. So please do reach out to either Bursa Malaysia or Shenzhen Stock Exchange should you have any queries. So meanwhile, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much.